CMUEagles.com with Central Methodist head men's basketball coach Jeff Sherman as his team prepares to travel to Baldwin City, Kansas on Saturday to take on Baker. Coach, your team coming off a 3-point loss to Missouri Valley on Thursday night, a spirited comeback after being down by 23 with 17 minutes to play in the game. Just briefly touch on that.
Well, it was a decent comeback. I mean, that part left us with a little bit of optimism going into Saturday's game. Disappointing part, and again, hats off to Missouri Valley. I think all week we kept commenting how good a ball team they were. Not very often, at least in the conference, do you have a team that comes into your home floor and jump on you and get up 23 points with 17 minutes remaining. They flat out outplayed us. They outcoached us. I think the concern for us heading into Baker is what kind of team Central Methodist is going to have. Baker's a good team. They've got a winning record. They did take a defeat at Mid-America, which I think most teams do. But at the same time, the focus needs to be more on us. I think we need to get more energy coming out of the gate. I think we need to get a little bit more consistency. We've always been using the term urgency in our vocabulary when our team is out preparing, and we didn't really have that until the last 8 to 10 minutes of the game last night. So the thing about playing a Thursday-Saturday schedule is you have all week to prepare for that Thursday game, but you have the one day to prepare for Baker. So today our focus is regaining and establishing the things that we do and we do well, at the same time trying to get a few of the tendencies that Baker wants to do and see if we can eliminate some of those.
Baker's coming off an 18-point loss at Mid-America Nazarene in the conference opener on Thursday. Do you think that says anything about them, or is it just that a lot of teams struggle at Olathe, Kansas?
Well, I think if you looked at the scores last night, you saw a lot of interesting turnouts. You had Graceland that upset Culver Stockton, and of course that was at Graceland. Another big upset was Peru State beating Benedictine at Benedictine. The thing is that we've talked about Mid-America's had a very slow start. Now conference is in play, so you start over. And I think you saw probably, I'm only assuming this, a re-energized Mid-America team playing on their home floor, and they're starting their season over. That's a big rival between Mid-America and Baker, just like ours was last night with Central Methodist and Missouri Valley. Since I haven't had a chance to watch that game, I don't know what all took place. I do know this. When we're trying to evaluate teams and we evaluate ourselves, there's a couple of things that stand out. Shooting percentage. Baker is not one of the better teams in the league in shooting percentage. However, they're one of the better teams in rebounding. And I often think teams that don't shoot well, if they're going to have any success at all, they have to be a good rebounding team. So that's one of our weaknesses right now. We're not consistent at the rebounding. And we haven't really been consistent at shooting, though we don't have a bad percentage. The other thing is the assist-turnover ratio. And both teams last night here at Puckett Fieldhouse, Central Methodist, Missouri Valley, even both teams ended up with a higher assist-turnover ratio, and we both have a very good ratio for the season. Baker does not. So we need to take advantage of forcing turnovers, eliminating the assists, which allows teams to be very good. And again, playing at Baker is going to be a challenge in itself. It's a very tough place to play. You have to get up early in the morning. It's an afternoon ball game. So the other thing I want to know is how's our team respond? Last night was tough. Again, it's not fun to have a team come in and outplay you. Will our team bounce back today and be ready to go? That's going to be the big question.
E.J. Carter has been the primary scorer for Baker this year and for some time this season, averaging around 11 points per game. Just allude to the things that he does well and things that impress you from his game.
He's a good ball player. He really is. He's very talented. He can do a number of things. He shoots well from outside. He attacks the basket well. High energy player and a very good leader. It's going to be a challenge to guard him, and guard. He's one of the kind of players. I think the ultimate compliment for a player is that you make your teammates better. And so while he's in the game, his teammates also play better. So we're most certainly going to have to contain him as with the rest of the team. But at the same time, I don't really know, and I don't want to sound one way or another. I think we can potentially be a very, very good team. But we still have to find our identity. And the disappointing part for us was going into halftime, and I don't know if we were down 16-17 last night. And the disappointing part was we played a third of our season, and I didn't know who our team was. Following the game, I saw a little bit of a comeback, a little bit of fire. That's the team that we want, but you have to be consistent with it. And our league is just too good. So it's one game. We have 19 more to go. This is game number 2. I'm glad it's quick, so we can get the taste of last night out of our mouth a little bit. But it's going to be a challenge. Baker's going to want to step up and regain their focus after Mid-America. It's the last game before finals. I think if I'm a player, boy, what a great way to head into finals week with the W. So it's going to be a fun game. I think we'll regain our focus a little bit, and if we're learning from some of our mistakes right now, it's only going to benefit us down the road. So it should be a good contest there in Baker.